Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're just going to go through stages 21 through to 40 of the Nightmare difficulty for this season. Now the Doomsdayers Synergy is the next one on the list, so let's go ahead and build a Dooms team, and in fact we'll leave those for a little bit. Now the Dooms team that I would typically run would be something similar to this. Now what you can do, if you don't have a couple of these units like Ophelia, you should have a copy of Halissa, but you can run Merlin, and you can also run Athena. If you have Helios, you can run Helios in this front slot as well. Merlin switching with Halissa and Doris should give an increased reflect rate. And you can also run Madeline as well. Now Madeline is used to protect Doris. So the extra slot here will be populated with a dragon. The dragon will stop Doris from getting one shot by, say, Karnak over here. It's very powerful synergy, and that's how you should really be building your Dooms team. Something similar to this or something like this should be more than good enough. If you don't have Ayushta, I suggest you get a copy of Ayushta, and quick, but you can replace her with Sylvan here. Now Sylvan, she typically works alongside Ayushta in the fact that they have Phantom synergy together. And in fact what you can do, and I think I might try for the purposes of this video, is to build a Phantoms team. So as you can see, we now have 3 Phantoms in Sylvan. We have Ayushta and we have Dahlia in this lineup as well. So just something to keep in mind. This is how you can build the Dooms team. If not, then I don't know why I've been preaching about it. Get a copy of Dahlia as quickly as you can. You know, she is a fantastic unit, but if not, you can do something like this. Absolutely fine to do. But in this instance, again, we're going to go for this setup instead. So for me, this is probably the most optimal Dooms team that you can build, even for sort of PvP. We're going to receive Sanctuary. Yep, we don't want Confuse. We'll have Sanctuary here. Remove Speed. Remove Speed. We will launch Crit. And we want to... There we go. Increase crit rate, and we will increase our damage reduction as well, because we want to take as many hits as possible. And the best way to do that would probably probably be to increase our damage reduction. Now we'll go shield and we'll go scales as well. If you don't have that, you can just use standard. I mean, this is the setup that I'm using in PvP currently for Dooms. This setup here, including these relics. And the reason for that is, you know, the Dooms relics, they're not fantastic. This shield is fantastic. But the sword here, Leviathan, it's just a bit slow. All of it's a bit slow for me. But this is the team set we'll do. We'll just see how this runs in this first instance. And we'll see what sort of reflect rate. Keep your eye on this reflect rate up here. We'll just see what type or how much reflect we can actually get from these teams here. So enemies do have Holy Shield, so they'll be protected in this first round. Unfortunately, there's not 2 Celestials, so we won't lose all of our buffs if the enemy does die here. So fortunately, able to take out one of them. Here, we've got Dahlia copying buffs. And Holy Shield here. We go Sanctuary. Now I do have epic runes for... what's her name? I'll find out in a sec. Lamia. I knew it as soon as I saw it. It's yeah. So I do have Lamia's epic runes. For me, they're not super high up on the list of stuff you should get. There are other epic runes you should prioritize, but I thought it would be best to do that. Now, what you can do as well is you can build a Doom Monarch team, and the reason for that is because of Halissa. So just something to keep in mind. I think we can go ahead and safely skip these ones. So yeah, in under 2 rounds, Dahlia to do the most here. Not bad. Sorry about that. Just had a bit of life stuff to sort out, but we're able to jump straight back in. Exactly where we left off. This is Nightmare 23, and we will jump ahead and go ahead and skip through a couple of these as well. It's going to be relatively easy for us to pass through with the team setup that we've got. This can be quite a difficult one. As you can see, it's the full 5 Phantom build again. So we'll just watch this for a bit of fun, you know. Holy Shield gets applied, and then hopefully we'll take that away. I think Dooms needs in order for it to become top tier, I think Dooms needs a way of removing Holy Shield from enemies, specifically in these types of events as well. So like you see, I usually go straight down, and then Minotaur saved because of his Holy Shield, as is Franz, as is Persephone. Unfortunately, a miss from Lamia. I do find that quite frequently. Lamia does tend to miss quite a bit. But we get the double trigger for Aisha there. No confused status being applied, but it is what it is. We do get Halissa taking out the trash. Oh my goodness me. She's a fantastic unit. She's a gift to the player base. Really is. And Dahlia, I mean, what else can I say? She's a fantastic unit. Now we do get shield, or shield in here. Get Ophelia to trigger. I have recently got Ophelia up to 8 stars now, so I do have the Enchanter synergy for her. Here we go. We're just going to start to fall straight down now, because our reflect rate is up relatively high. If we had Doris, we could build it a different way, in that the reflect rate is the primary form of damage that we do. But as it stands at the moment, I still think this is the best Doom setup. And primarily because your reflect rate is nowhere near as high. Typically, we'd get up to sort of 1500. Oh, the boss. Right, so it is Doom's boss, and what we need to do: attacks all enemies dealing 30% damage, loses 1 HP while using basic attacks. And then her skills. We've been through these before in previous videos, but attacks 2 times for 4 enemies, attacks all enemies, reducing attack, attacks 4 enemies, dealing 100% damage, damage received won't exceed 5% of max HP, increases resistance by 100%, and after receiving 5 instances of active skill damage, counters with a basic attack, leech is temporarily increased from the counter attack. So I think this is probably the best bet. I'm going to move Ophelia onto the front row. The reason for that is because then Lamia has a chance to switch with Halissa, and so on and so forth. So we'll keep it like this. I think potentially we can take out... I think we'll leave these in. It is what it is. I think the only other thing that I could do would be to go down here and increase reflect rate by 50% as well. So just something to keep in mind, and we'll go ahead and jump into the boss. I think we should be fine, especially given that we've got Dahlia, Lamia and Halissa all on this back row. They will be switching from time to time whenever Dahlia takes action, whenever Lamia takes action. We do get the Sanctuary trigger, which is fantastic. And again, we get the Sanctuary trigger, so that's just going to keep building up that attack for her, taking off the 5 attack. So we have a potential to trigger it 4 times. Yep, there we go. So that's all 4 in one, and that's why we placed Lamia there. primarily so she can do direct damage to this boss. So as you can see, we've already got the boss down to around 80% health just in round 1 alone, and that's because of the sanctuary triggers being active as well. So again, back up, we'll start doing more and more damage. No sanctuary trigger there, no sanctuary trigger there, unfortunately, is what it is. But we do get the double ult. Hopefully we get the double ult here as well. No crit, unfortunately. Is what it is. And a miss from Halissa here. All that wasted damage. What a shame. But we do get a Dahlia to trigger. And we get Lamia back in the... Ooh, we get Lamia back in the centre as well. Which is just what we want. So when we do trigger reflect rate, as you can see, reflect rate's gone from the 800 we had last time to 1500. So we do have more chance of triggering Sanctuary, and we do get that 250% attack increase every time Sanctuary is triggered, which is fantastic. Again, I think Lamia is the key to this this one. So if you don't have a copy of Lamia, she's very, very good. She's an excellent addition to the Dooms team, as you can see here. Missing out on that damage there, the direct damage to the boss, unfortunately, because Lamia is in effectively the wrong position. But we have increased our health up to as high as we possibly can do, and we are going. Look at all that missing. Look at that missing damage. Unbelievable. We need her back in the centre. This would have been a much quicker one. Had we just had Lamia in the centre, this would have been over. Again, all this wasted damage. Oh, what a pain. It's the switch mechanic. I mean, for the actual units themselves, for like Dahlia, for Wukong, you know, and to a point Lee, but those two primary, Dahlia and Wukong, the switch mechanic works absolutely fantastic. But don't give it to my entire team, you know. Don't give it to my entire team. I put units in specific positions for a reason. Please, please, please don't bring this back to the entire team. It's a bad idea and should have been play tested before. We're able to get 3 or in under round 3. We'll go through to stage 40 now. Well, we'll go through to stage 30, beat stage 30, and once we've beat stage 30, we'll have a look at building a new team as well. So, yep, Imp of Hex. So he applies Curse on all enemies, reducing attack by 100%. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. We'll just watch this very quickly and see how far we can get. I don't suspect this should be too much of an issue, or this enemy team should be too much of an issue, because there's only they've got 3 protectors and 3 Dawnbringers as well. You've got the 3 ethereals, but again, it's not going to be too much of an issue, I don't suspect. Now they are healing and gaining shield every time they land a crit, so just something to keep in mind. And we get the double from Dahlia to see us home. Absolutely fantastic. Right, okay, so that was Nightmare 30, and now we go Enchanters. So, let's go ahead and have a look at our enchanters team. Now, I think this is going to be an easy choice, but we'll just go ahead and have a look. So enchanters, we now have Ophelia as part of the enchanters synergy. We do have Halios, so you can go ahead and build a Doom's Reflect based enchanters team, and you know, you would potentially just add in Eudora, or you would add in Lachesis and Arcdina, something like this. Maybe switch these around, but this is it's a relatively solid enchanters team, but it's not going to be super effective. So let's go ahead and get our 2 ethereals here, Eudora and Mastima, and then we want one more enchanter. I think, yeah, let's go with Ophelia, and then we can put Dahlia in, and we'll put Wukong in as well. Now, I've not used Wukong in this stage, or in these stages as of yet, and I am quite excited to see what he has for us. We do have the 5 royals, 3 ethereals, 3 enchanters, 3 deviants. Let's go ahead and use Spear. We will go ahead and, in fact, let's use Gourd. Let's use the Gourd and see how effective this is going to be. It's going to be an absolute... I can't use... Well, I can. It's going to be an absolute clusterfuck, to be honest. And then we'll go ahead and increase... yeah. We'll use these. We are going to hopefully be applying Confuse. We do have Enchanter's Synergy, so we do get the dodge effect as well. So potentially, because we've got that the 40 dodge, we can unequip you, unequip these. Let's just build it from scratch. So we want the we do want the splash axe, and we want the... There we go. Up here, yep, so we want the additional strike. Go ahead, increase our crit damage, and we want the Avenger's Horn. Here we go. So after triggering dodge, retaliates with a basic attack, and you'll see the reason for that in a sec. But then we've got 7 more, so we can go ahead and pop in damage boost, and also we can go ahead, let's pop in the healing spear as well, and I'll just show this team off. Let's swap Ophelia around. So we've got the 3 deviants, and we do have 2 celestials as well on the team. Let's go ahead and see how well this Gourd does as well. So we have our 3 ethereals, and those ethereal synergy mates will have 5% damage reduction between them, because we do have 2 ethereal relics, and that's what that little star is below the little star below there, what it means. Ugh. Yeah, okay, Wukong. Okay, Wukong. Didn't even get to show off this Gourd. So we did switch positions with just about everybody. I can understand where they're coming from with that, in the fact that it used to be, that used to be how things were. So you would have a chance to swap with everybody, but they changed it up so it's just the same row. But now the Gourd swaps with everybody, and it also decreases accuracy rate, which is an interesting mechanic, especially given this relic here, or this artifact there. It's a very powerful artifact. Oh, silly, 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 silly. Let's go ahead and take that one out. Let's go ahead and take that one out. I think we're spoiling the fun a little bit there. What we will put in instead is, there we go, increase the damage and basic effect of our attacks here. So Let's go ahead and give this one a try. So we've got our team dodge up. We are going to be basic attacking if we do dodge. And the basic attacks have gone up by 200% attack as well. So let's see what sort of shenaniganery we can get up to here. We do have 3 Phantom Synergy units here, so we'll get a couple of hits in. Oh, Wukong. Oh, Wukong. You madman. Ugh, disgusting. This, I don't think he's going to be this good after next season, by the way. Because the swap synergy, it won't kick in. Not as much as it used to. Avengers here, so hopefully we'll get a bit more. We'll get a couple more attacks in, but I suspect that I suspect Wukong is just going to take him out again. But we'll see. We're having a bit of fun. Let's have a bit of fun. Every time our HP is increased. Oh, 2 misses. Shame. So we don't get it this time round. We do get the gourd though, which will swap our positions and will trigger Wukong. Oh, disgusting. Disgusting. So this is 35, so we've got the bind. What we'll do is we will take out... We'll take out Masterma. I don't think we will need the dodge. And we'll pop Karnak in just to counter this bind mechanic in case it is required. But this is another setup that you can go for. So you do now have 3 Celestials and 2 Deviants. So we still get the Holy Shield stack as well. And then the bind will be applied on round 2, I suspect. And misses again, shame. But the gourd apparently does trigger Wukong in this season. Oh, you did try, didn't you? Tried your best. So Eudora here, probably to take the biscuit. No? The Karnak Execution doesn't trigger Wukong's swap effect. Oh, that's gross. Ooh, disgusting. Let's try that, in fact. Why not? Why not? Go ahead and try this out. See how well we do. Now, every time Wukong does trigger that swap, he will grant Holy Shield to himself and an ally as well. I think, so with Wukong's red runes, they will copy the buffs onto Wukong of the ally that he is switching with. Oh. Oh, I love that. That's very satisfying. That is very satisfying indeed. So we have switched with everybody now. And Wukong there to clean things up. Yeah, he's mental this season, Wukong. Absolutely mental. Oh, we could take Talos out here. Oh, Talos, Karnak, and pop Masterma back in. Let's go ahead and see if we can't just finish this off, because it's only taking 30 seconds and it's very gratifying to watch. So I'll keep going with it. It is a cool animation. The animations that they do there to signify the unstoppable effect. Nearly took them all out. It's the Monarch synergy that's done it though. Can't stop everything though. 47 million on a basic. Turn 1. Turn 1. Oh, it's gross. And it's consistent as well. I mean, you've got Dali on the team, is what it is. But it's still gross. I can't wait for the Elysians. I think when I go into Hell, the Elysians team is the one I'm going to be running, as well as... Oh, nearly got her. Nearly got her. It's the Monarch synergy again, though. But Eudora not even getting a chance to attack or trigger her ult, because Wukong's cleared it all up. We'll see how effective he is in Hell, in the Hell difficulty. We'll see. I don't suspect we'll be able to get away with running teams like this. And we'll have to have specific teams. The Elysians and Astral synergy from this season, I think, is going to be a must for all of the teams. Now, Talos, with his 10 stacks of Holy Shield, they can be dispelled very quickly. So it looks like with the Monarch synergy, Lily and Leah are able to survive there. But the Gord is triggering the switch mechanic. So we're even able to take out Talos on this one. Then Ophelia to finish things off. Not bad. So Wukong, MVP of those particular 10 stages. Let me know what you guys think. If you think I've missed anything, if you want to see any specific team builds, if you want to see any specific characters in action, let me know, and I'll try and pop them in over the course of the next couple of days. Thanks very much for watching. If you can like and subscribe, it'd be really appreciated. I am trying to get to 500 subscribers, so you know, if any way you could help out just by clicking that little subscribe button down below, it'd be really appreciated. But thank you very much for watching. You have a great day.